Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, 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 one, two, three. Testing, testing. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. A lot going on, lot going on, lot going on. A lot going on, lot going on, lot going on. All right, all right. Let's see what's going on here. I'll see. Got to get used to this audio. Yeah, I got to get used to it. I got to get used to it. Yeah, yeah. I got to talk into it. Yeah, my other one just went out. I've had that for a while. I don't know what's wrong with that. I usually get the what's it called? The shit. What is this? Um, the other one went out on me. Yeah, that went out on me like a sack of potatoes. Had that for a minute. I had that since what 2022. Damn, I'm gonna have to get another one. Yeah, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. That shit wild. Yeah, it had good noise rejection, all that. Damn. I don't know what happened to that one. I'll have to test it after. I'll have to test that. I'll have to test that after stream. See, I got to talk into it now, so it's like I got to make sure everything is intact. So it's yeah, it has a drop. Okay, good, 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 good. I want to use this more often. Uh, that for streams and stuff. Yeah, I need an audio box. I need one bad. I don't know when this one went out on me. Might have to. I don't know what happened. It's good, but it won't just. I don't know what happened to it. I think it's the cord. These cords be gone. I don't know what to say to it. I want to test it to see what's wrong because they do last, but they don't last that much. Damn, I might have to. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't want to use a USB mic. I don't deal with that shit. That gets on my nerves and all that stuff. Like I actually use the audio box and all that. Yeah. See what's going on here. Yeah, lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. It's been a lot of drama. Gotta get my situation right. And yeah, that ID thing is some bullshit. Yeah, it's me. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I ain't got time for all that audio shit. Yeah, that's the downside when you try to stream and all this other stuff. But at least this works. I put this in the plastic, keep the dust out. I need to start using it more. I don't use it as much. Yeah, this thing. And those it goes, plug and play. Yeah, I need something like that. Yeah, I gotta find something. Yeah, that Behringer went out. I think I had that for like what since 2022. I had that. This one is all right. I might have to get another one because that's just one. See, the other ones I can't have high powerful. Like I need something strong that can last me for some streams for now. This one can too. It's small and it's just in good condition. So a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. 2 weeks ago, last week we talked about a lot of things and all that. I think last week, or should I say, last month or two. I think was it the end of not this week. Yeah, yeah, last week, last month of last week. Man, Ice Turner, man, he killed old boy. He killed the prophet. The prophet after this, shout out to ABTV. He did a vid on old boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dude is a straight clown. I've been on his platform like 4 years ago, and I knew it was. But I trolled him for like 4 years ago. I know y'all know my story. how I started streaming and all this stuff. I did my own research when I did audio and gear, and I looked at the community he tried to be in, and he's one of those dudes come from the mainstream manosphere, claiming he don't know shit about the manosphere. The manosphere did not start with with that fucking nigga. No, he's just a fucking fan, bro. And a lot of people say he's fanned out. He is fanned out. He's a fuck nigga. You know, like I knew from back then he wasn't all that, and I knew 5 years ago he wasn't like who's this guy like claiming this and that and have all this high equipment and all that, and then he claimed to be a rapper or something. I mean, you know, but music not so much. I mean, a lot of people don't even like his music. No one cares. I mean, I felt sorry for him. You know, I thought it was cool and he rapped. And that was it. He he knows certain people, but nobody wants to listen to that shit, and I don't blame him. And I thought it was for the internet, but he said, I actually do music. I said, where's your albums coming out? You know, we asked him all types of questions like 4 years ago. We was fucking with old boy. But, you know, Ice-T, I mean, not Ice-T, but I mean, saying it. It's Ice Turn, excuse me. Salute to him. But he broke this boy down, and I think he had a stream on him. See, he did a stream on him, right? And I had to share the Telegram. Shouts out to Absalom for that. You know, we don't hide nothing over here. And I said, damn, because he got triggered by the video that he did and saw his name. He's like, he's comes from that Oblivion camp, aka Obsidian camp. That's where they all come from. Him and Fantastic, all them fuck niggas, they come from there. I don't fuck with them niggas like that. And Ice Turner should not shout out, oh boy, Fantastic. He's a fucking clown too. He's no different than that nigga. They all the same. They're all the same simps that complain about females all the time. They sucks. That's why their content is trash. It's not appealing, man. Ain't nobody gonna do that. And then wants to compete. Ain't nobody got time for to compete with these dweeb bitch ass niggas, man. They got body bagged. Hell, this dude likes pegging. Ramil got receipts on his ass, and they don't even say. If y'all remember them streams, Ramil had him getting cooked. Say he liked the pegging thing. Fantastic ain't been saying no. He's a fuck nigga too. He's no different than oh boy. They're the same. Come on, man. Come on. And salute to you, Ice Turner. You did a good job on that on him though. Like it's easy to cook him. And someone said he got rid of Gino's shit. That's why I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. So I don't be in the loop, but that's what y'all get, man. These are fuck niggas, man. They're emotional. And I saw this 5 years ago when they was on that bullshit. I entertained it by studying them niggas and trolling them and studying and then watching. Then I've been on panels. I did that for like 5 years ago, and then 4 years. Salute. And it is what it was. And when I saw that, I said, this is what happened. Now 4 years later, he's still doing the same fuck shit. He's done, bro. He's been done. I called this out like 4 years ago. Like this channel, what I did and the streams I did, I understand the conversation I had with those other individuals, and there was some great times. You can listen all the streams you want, man, about oh boy. I had him on a couple of times. He can't hold a conversation. He won't even last that long. He'll dip. And something that that Dre said on my shit, right? He said when he was over there with O'Shea and them and Oblivion, known as Obsidian, right? You could look at the old lives from 2015 and prior. He was the never type of guy to stay with the conversation. That's why he gets emotional and he gets body. And then you explain it very perfectly on your stream about him. And salute to you for that, because I mean, he's been like that. Hell, you want to go further back? Y'all need to dig up tapes to what he was like that. Hell, you can use some of my streams that I say a heavy hitter like at the time in the pandemic streams. I call them pandemic streams. And you will notice he can't hold a conversation. That's why those females be leaving him. And what's going on, Khalil? Salute. And that just goes to show you that he's been a clown like day one. Like I entertained it for like 4 years ago, and I just cut that nigga loose. You know what I'm saying? And it happens all the time. It happens to the best. It happens to the best people, and we just got to look at it for what it is. Like the nigga's been a clown for like the longest. That's why. And then if you notice, every time I be on platinum streams and shit like that, I think like 4 years ago, and then and prior to that, every time they have these discussions about game this, game that, They expose his ass, and other guys just don't rock with him like that. Yeah, he claims he comes from mainstream manosphere, which he probably started out on the black side and the mainstream media side, what they call the white. It's no saying black, it's all manosphere related, content. They don't rock with him like that. And the reason they don't rock with him like that, he's a clown. He does clown shit. Yeah, he does it for the hoes. And come to find out, um, every female knows he's a simp. We already know that. That's established. Try to say I'm simping. I never simp in my life. I'm not a beggar. I'm not a fucking loser like him complaining about pussy all day. That's not my content. I don't care about these dogs out here. I call them dogs. They ain't no woman out here. A real woman would never be online talking about her essentials like that. I'm just keeping it real. Most of them that's really classy and then natural, they don't be on here like that. Only hoes claim to be these things, these dogs, these be on here like that. You know what I'm saying? They be on here talking shit. They on here be talking shit, and they do it in a way they just like that's just how they are, and that's why they dogs like that. So bottom line is, fellas, like that's what they do, and they claim to be the W word all the time. See, the more you call them women in conversation, or if we're around, it's not wrong having real women support whatever. I don't care if you have a wife, girlfriend, whatever, or a supporter. That's cool. I ain't got no issue with that. My issue is you got these so-called women, and they're really females. 95% of them are females. They're not really women. They don't act like women. They don't act like proper, modest women. They don't need to be online entertaining these fools. If I told them, like, just do your content about your hobbies and whatever. Now, if it's a family channel, you keep it that, but stay out of these spaces. If I was you ladies, stay out of these damn spaces and stop looking for dudes on here. That's gonna kill your shit. And my advice to them, if they're listening to this channel or whatnot, or in the clouds, whatever, stop listening to these dudes like this. They're simps. They don't like you like that. They just pretend to like you. And there's different levels of simpery. The ones, yeah, you got the begging types, the typical, front, all that. And then you got these dudes on podcasts. 95% of them are simps. I just noticed this 5 years ago when this thing was a thing, and then 4 years ago it got worse in 2021 because everybody was stuck in the house. That shit stopped it in 2022, and the election came in. That's when AI is like bullshit, and AI is not gonna rule nothing. It's gonna be a controlled version of who's running it, and it's not gonna last in the future. I just don't see it as future proof. Near future proof, it may work. Not when everybody's broke. No, they're gonna have to figure out some things, regulate some things, get rid of some things. It's like what you see in sports and everything else. They're gonna have to cut out a lot of stuff. But the guy that's in office, he's done. Civil War is gonna be here, and he's up out of there. I don't see him making it. And then he's trying to claim third term. No, he ain't gonna be there. He's out of there. He's out of there. I just don't see it. No, he ain't gonna make it to the third term or this term. He's done because it's over with him, and people are through with it, and that's why it's gonna go into flames, and this country's gonna go where it's gonna go, and we already know. And the idiots that pick your food, just gonna keep it real. Yeah, yeah, that sapiosexual video. Yeah, and we had that conversation. I wasn't. I can hold a conversation. Exactly. And him saying that y'all can watch that, that's an old, and that's what it was. I never begged for that attention. I don't need it because I know attention always find me. Sometimes I stumble upon it, and sometimes it finds me. And every time I was on his platform, if you look 4 years ago, views went up. It was a different fresh air. We talked about different things. Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, gear and all that. I'm not going to denounce. Yeah, that nigga was. I was studying this nigga, what he's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been out of the YouTube shit since probably 2014 on this channel, and I ain't did content since then. And I came back, and I was in these type of spaces way before this nigga existed. Okay, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Trying to say he did another. They try to say he the prophet. I call him the prophet of this space, but not of the past. No, you with Oblivion, and then I know it's his child. Okay, he's a follower. He's a fan. And the Ice Turners call him a fan. So I know Ice Turner was talking this player stuff, and I mean, he sounds, credible. From my perspective, the way he talked to this nigga, man, I say, yeah, he's credible. It's obvious. I think he's all right. He's a good content creator too, but he's balanced. Like what you see in the entertainment world, like I tell you, like real life street style, I just use him for entertainment. He sounds like one of those guys. He's really about that. But one thing I like about Ice Turner is he goes after these mediocre so-called red pillars and others. And I said, I was going to subscribe to the channel before, but I said, oh, I know who he's talking about. Okay. And I just got to learn to dissect. Okay. I like this type of content. And it makes me wonder. I said, yeah, but he be going in on the prophet, man. I call him the prophet. Everybody know, yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. He don't need no mention. He's been on here before, but that nigga is think he God around here. But he got exposed by APTV and he did regulate his shit. He did because I was watching in the clouds. I was laughing. Even I was in the stream commenting on his recent stream about his rebuttal. A boy said, "I'm gonna up the blicky on boo boo," and he wasn't gonna do nothing. He's soft, and you're in Thailand. Yeah, he was. He's still a stand. And that Dipset and that what you call it, locks. He sound like a stand then. Don't get me wrong. I love both groups. Pause on that if you're from New York. but but both of them groups are awesome. It's just LOX had too much. They see Central New York spared Cam and them, and Cam and Jimmy wasn't seeing eye to eye anyway. And Jewels is out of shape and drugged out, and he's miserable. Dipset ain't been the same since then. I mean, he's still cool with him. It's just Cam has his way. See, I watched the show. What it is, what it is. Great show. Him and Mace. That's dope. He found his lane, and that's it. But that versus when old boy was talking about Dipset should have won. Yeah, they had mainstream hits, but it wouldn't have mattered because LOX had way more hits than them. They was spared because there was a guy that Wacky mentioned. They didn't show up. They didn't show up on in his rounds. It don't need because LOX is a total package. They got too many good hits. They spared them. They beat the brakes off them, but they spared them with the beat down and then let them have their little end, and that was it. It was a fine way of saying who was better. LX is still better than Dipset. It proved it in the verses, and they still rhyming. That's skill. Yeah, Cam still got it. He still got it. He don't got it. Him. And that's it. Jimmy's okay, but Jimmy was a hype man. Cam exposed him. But that goes to show you that what type of time we on. But yeah, he was a stand on that. He sided with Dipset, and I like both groups. Both of them groups are awesome. But I told him I pick LX, and that's rap. If you know about rap and cadence and straightforwardness, that's rap right there. Yeah, Cam was rap too in a different way. Harlem's not known to battle rap like that unless you listen to Murder Mook and them and Rex and Dot Mob and yeah and Head Ice. That's their style of rap, and their beats is different. Every beats is different in every borough. So if I visit New York, I'm gonna say, man, I want to see these guys, and that's what it was. But that's NY though. But he don't know nothing about NY coach. He claimed he know, and he's from DC. Ice tore his ass up then, and then Cher said, "What's his real name?" He had a basic ass real name. I think when I first heard that name, a Dominican guy was beefing him at the time too. This is 4 years ago, and his name was, and they said his name was Eugene. It is Eugene. Yeah, a basic ass name. I thought my shit was. I was like, oh Lord, his name is Eugene. I mean, there's some black people named Eugene and all that. I'm not saying that to be funny, but I mean that's cool. But and that Dominican guy called him Eugene. I said, whoa. He was beefing with, and he posted him on a stream. I think he deleted that stream like a clown, like he is. And this is 4 years ago. This is one of them streams. I think I don't know, it's one of them Thursday. It's one of them streams I've been on before I did this. Was beefing with him. So Ice Turner, you're not the only one, man. Like this dude's a clown, bro. Don't waste your energy because all he gonna do is circle jerk and double talk all day. He's been a clown. It's no shot at him. I'm just saying. I just laugh at him deep down. I just like trolling the nigga. I trolled him 4 years ago, and I'll do it again, and I'm not stopping. Like he's funny to me, bro. Like he'll say the off the wall shit. He think he's a prophet of these spaces, and it's fucking funny as well. That's his nickname is the prophet. I treat him what he is. That's how you treat niggas. And they're trying to say he's a why you know, and try to sound like Frieza and shit. That's his avatar. That's what he try to sound like. But that's the type of person he is, you know. And then he talking about him working at Chipotle's, which is kind of funny as hell. And Chipotle's going out sad too. As a business, they losing they customers and all that. Yeah, Chipotle is gone. I used to say Chipotle in the day. It ain't what it used to be, but they don't change their menus and shit. Yeah, Chipotle's done, bro. I don't even be in Chipotle like that. I mean, some people like that. Yeah, Chipotle's talking about the Mexican restaurant. Yeah, Willie's Mexican Grill is better than Chipotle's. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've tried that down here in Georgia. Like it's better. I tried that. My dad been trying for years. Yeah, Willie's ain't no joke. They got some good shit. And it's based in California, in Northern Cal. If y'all want to know Willie's Mexican grill, they ain't got nothing to do with no Mexican. No, you just gotta go out there. And the guy that was from Georgia, he's from Atlanta. I forget his name, but he found Willie's and tried a North California way of eating the Mexican food. And that's how you gotta look at it. And the way he explained it was it's pretty much simple. Yeah, I'm on a different audio box. The other one is kind of acting up. I don't know what's wrong with it. And if it doesn't connect, that means it's gone for some reason. I don't know if it's the USB cord or it worked on me last time. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what the hell. I gotta check that out. That's ridiculous. Or I might have to need a new one because it does work, but it won't connect. But it could be the USB cord. I don't know. It has to be the USB cord. I'll have to do something or it's just crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on with me and these things and these contraptions. But I gotta have a microphone or something. You know, I'm not just gonna be wasting no gear piece. Man, it's crazy. I gotta have something plug and play and that's it. But yeah, I have to look at what's what. Because them USB cords, they don't last forever. You know, they just, they have their moments. Yeah, they don't last. I don't like talking without a microphone. Now, some people do. I mean, I can, but it's too many distractions. Then there's echo canceling and all that. It's cool. I used to do that, but I hate headsets. I hate them, and it's bad. I just want to sound crisp and clear because I want to talk. Because this dude love microphones. Now, I'm not bragging about mine. Mine's all right, but I got the reasonable price ones at the time. They was cheap. Now they expensive. It's kind of like, I'm not trying to buy all those microphones again. It's funny what he said about his mom got kicked out of the house. See, I didn't know about all that. But like I said, is he 40? No, he ain't 40. He's a year younger than I am. He's almost 40. He's in his late 30s. He claims. I don't know how old he is. He can lie about his age. Like according to Ice Turner, he's trying to sell. He lied about his age. So see, it's a lot. And the Absalom say, is he 4'11"? I thought he was 5'7", 5'8". That's what he told me 4 years ago. Now if he's shorter than that, oh man, this guy's a dweeb, bro. And it's just going to show you, he done, bro. It's like I can't deal with guys like that. I treat him what he is, and yeah, and most of them females be on his panel know he's a simp. They don't fuck with dude like that. I just there's a reason why his girl don't fuck with him no more because of the shit he be saying, bro. Like he tells on himself. This is why you listen to niggas like this, and he's funny. That's why I don't take him dead serious. I never took his advice ever about the relationship shit. He can't tell me about these hoes. I know about him a lot more than you. Online, offline. Well, actually, offline and online because I've dated one that was like that, cut her loose, and I didn't fall for it. I saw the red flags early, and now she ain't shit. But she ended up being a Christian. That was her last stop. I know about that because I lived through it. I was one of them ones that cared so much. So you gotta understand, at that time on his player talk radio or what you want to call third shift shit, I was a part of that shit. Like I was not a fan of it. I was just a guy that was listening and I was on these platforms and streams and, I was on these platforms and streams. 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 And, I was on these platforms and stre you'd be surprised. Like it all started from that angle. But that's not why I got my first start. I got my first start when I was dealing with them other niggas 5 years ago. I was a panelist. That's what people remember me from. But I was doing content before the live stream shit. The live stream thing was new to me. I cammed up the first time when I started. I never did it again. The only time I did that was in certain situations. Even on outside, I'm already cammed up. You know, you could see me or whatever. Y'all know what I look like and all that. I ain't faking the funk. But you got a lot of dudes like that. But you got people like him that do exist like that, and like the and shouts to his homeboy. He said, he lives online. Of course he lives online. He's a clown. That's why the pandemic streams was vital at the time when Biden was in office. See, you got Trump in there, you know, at the time was running for office and thought he was doing something in 2020, and then you already know what that was. He lost the year before that, and they got emotional. See, 2021 was a hard year for most people. It's actually a great year for me. I wasn't in the internet like that. I mean, I was at the time when it was something, and the internet was not as bad as people thought, and it was a tool at the time. See, them years when I used to work and then doing this type of content stuff, that was standard in the early part of 2012 and prior. Yeah, I was outside for years. Everybody been outside. I hate when people say outside. Outside don't mean shit unless you really like that. Most of these niggas wasn't like that the years before, or on this online shit and balance it out. They didn't say a whole lot of dumb shit like you got today. It's a lot of dumb shit's been said online because idiots like dudes like this and this mainstream manifest shit from 2015 is not accurate. That's not the world. It never was. That was a concept, and they claim they red pill. They actually blue pill as hell and don't care about. And Cerulean broke that down to me 4 years ago, and they're deciphers and we're not. And that's the symbolism behind the Matrix. But them being red pill, which they're not, they're frauds. They're just scammers and beggars. You know, they just want to be seen, and there they are. But you got a lot of niggas claiming he the standard. But it's a lot of niggas claim that in the so-called manosphere. The manosphere's been dead since, to me, 2020. It died years ago. It died when you had a lot of simps like this ruin it. And that's why there's division amongst the fellas, no matter what color you are. Everybody knows hoes exist. Yes, they run the internet. Yeah, they double talk and lie. Do not marry them, and they tell you not to marry them. See, Kendra G is the modern day mix of Cynthia G and Kevin Samuels into one. She's entertainment at this point. She's a joke, and she does not care about her own her counterparts, the males, or she don't care about her contemporary ladies, which what she call women, but really they're females. They're dogs. Be barking, be like, "Arr!" And all this other stuff. You can't trust a female like that. You just long term, you can't. You just can't trust them long term. Now I know people gonna disagree. That's fine. I don't give a fuck if you disagree. You just like everybody else. But I'm telling y'all this: if you listen to niggas like that, he don't give a fuck about you. I'm just gonna tell you something. A lot of niggas like him won't last, and y'all know it. Y'all don't like niggas like that. Y'all claim you do, but you really don't like dudes like that. Because if you did, there would be no issues. See, niggas like him is dangerous. And y'all misuse the word incel. That applies to losers in marriage and dudes like this. It's more than just them nodding off. They do dumb shit too. You can't trust a nigga like that ever. And that's why they treat him like a simp. And they know, and they don't have to tell you he's a simp. They know he is. And it's a damn shame that people don't understand that. They don't understand that concept that you did that shit already. Now what? You gotta laugh at these people, man. These people are clowns. They just over there to get attention, and then they want to say, "Is this a problem? Is that a problem?" and all that. You gotta understand. He's been salute nomadic, and I'm not saying that the down boys. He's like a clown sometimes, but I just don't hate the guy like that. I said he's not worth it. Like when you're like littler than me, I just let you have it. I let you have crazy. Let you crash out to yourself. Got them things over there. He likes TSs over there. That's what he like. That's what he like. And do not go online and they got their own special website too. If you can really find them, I could point that right to you. But I don't be volunteering. But someone told me about that site. That site is crazy. Yeah, that's their site, man. They control that. They don't like quality, but they like your type. You got some weirdos from over there from these so-called red pill space go to that site as well. I ain't gonna mention no names, but there's a lot of fuck niggas on there too. I was just browsing one day and browsing and just dipped. Knew what it was. And then you start seeing it on these social network spaces, which I called SM. I don't like the word social media. Ain't nothing media about it. Media is like you have a production company, you have your own shit. A lot of these dudes don't have that. See, he was talking about, oh, they taking over the spaces and all that. He was saying that shit 4 years ago, man. Ain't nobody listening to that bullshit. That shit is a bunch of bullshit. What he was talking about. See, guys like him, I learned to read. I just don't take him serious enough to just say, is this guy official? I said, no, he's not official. It's a clown. It's a fucking clown. It's always been a clown, always will be a clown. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing old boy, but damn, you're a clown. You think I'm gonna get mad at him? No. He's a liability. I don't like that percentage. Damn, I don't like that. Yeah, all right. I like this. This will work. Yeah. I'm dealing with characters right now. Y'all forgive me. I'm gaming on this side and that side, and it's a lot going on. Yeah, shit, I can't believe my audio box stopped. That shit wild, bro. That shit wild as fuck. Normally yeah, that shit wild. Yeah, hoes on the internet, man, they've always did damage. I had to speak on this. I want to speak on it on a vlog show. I said, nah, let me speak on it on here. It's YouTube drama, whatever. But you got niggas like this, but it's a lot of them. Like you see platforms and reaction channels like just like him. He don't have no content to speak of. He can't do none of that stuff. He said, I do it all. He's trying to say the content boring. Well, to me personally, I turn in everybody else's content that's different than mine. It's not boring. If it's entertaining enough, I'll watch it. I'm one of them people. I study people, what their message is about, and if it's cool, I keep it on the subscription list. I keep it. If it's something important, then I look at his other stuff as good too. I know he messed with CW, China White. I ain't got no issue with her. She's been on my platform probably twice. At the time, I was messing with somebody else, but you know how that goes. I know people don't rock with me like that. And that's okay. I don't need a lot of people, sir. I got playback, I got views. I say what the hell I want and when I want. But I'm into sports, and sports look good. Yeah, Denver Nuggets had a double overtime. They lost against the Wolves and shit. Minnesota's a good team, but that dude is not Jordan or A. A is A, and it is what it is. I'm not trying to say anything that's normal that what he did. He improved this year, and it's gonna be interesting. Me personally, I like OKC, but I just don't think they're gonna come out the West. I still got Denver, and I still got probably Golden State. If Draymond's right, and if they do win a championship, he done said something and made it come to existence. He'll say some shit, and there's some truth behind it. He knows something that no one else knows, and added pressure. So Steph's gonna have to play unbelievable to play. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, it's a wrap. Damn straight is a wrap. He been done. He tried to talk all that bullshit, and I've been saying like the longest. It's nothing new with him. He knows he's done. The right person will slap shit out of him. It's over. Like I'm done protecting his ass. Like I let him be. I let him. I troll him from this and this. No, he getting cooked. He getting his smoke too, like everybody else. All them niggas that support him, they all getting this work, but they know who the hell they are. and they was talking behind his back way more than me. But I was having fun with the nigga. I didn't hate him, but it's just that's what I think about his show. And I say he's all right sometimes, and then, I spared him. Yeah, I talk a little shit there and there, but some things that annoy me about him, like, dude, you're not that thorough. It was so annoying. I studied that nigga for a bit, and then he gonna try to have me a conversation. I'm not gonna have a conversation with a nigga like that. No, not about no sexual shit. No, I know what you is. I'm gonna treat you like one, and I'm gonna keep it at that. And try to tell me how to do my content. I ain't got time for that. Fuck you, nigga. I've been doing away with my content how I was supposed to. And he did not teach me about no damn gear. I understand what the gear is. I understand. But what I've learned is some things be broke and they get replaced. It's like anything else. I just don't understand why dudes come to him as a source. That's not good. That's you old niggas ain't got no mind of your own. This ain't got nothing to do with young people. If you notice old niggas get destroyed over there, think about that shit. I want y'all to think about what I said. Old niggas get destroyed over there. That's some crazy ass shit, if you ask me. That's some crazy ass shit, if you ask me. That's some crazy ass shit. But it's just like, and it's just like you know what you're getting into. It's just crazy. And it's just like you know what you're getting into. Quick. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really care. I appreciate the likes. But yeah, it's just like I've been chilling, basketball's been going in. I gotta get this little ID issue. I don't care. I might have to go to the office and fix that information. I might have to do that this month. I had to do something. I'm not worried about that piece of shit. That's been a problem online. I had to do something. Yeah, it's getting on my nerves, you ask me. I gotta do something. It's crazy. You know, when you look at these so-called red pill spaces, they already losing their mind. Hey, what's going on, world class? Look, you got guys like now Ice Turner. He cooked him so bad, and he claims he's DC this, DC that, right? And 4 years ago, now him and Fantastic, they used to go at it, right? It was actually 5 years ago when it started. And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "You're not gonna be successful if you over there with those guys," and that's not true. I ended up becoming successful doing streams that 1 year. That was 2021. Got a lot of views, and I ain't did content in a minute. It was I would say 6 year hiatus. And I was living my life doing things I need to do. Yeah, I had the jobs and everything and learned a lot about people and people like his ilk. What killed these spaces? And these dudes are, and I said, well, sir, why is he a simp? Because simps come in many forms. Yeah, they come the traditional way of typical begging and wanting the box. And you got dudes like him using podcasts claiming they're players, but really they're simps. Because real players don't be online talking down about females and women all day. They ain't got time for that because they actually show you their experience in interviews. But if you notice, they ain't got time to talk. I say after 10-hour streams to like I'll say like 15 to 20 hours talking about pussy all day. No man has ever done that. No, no, not even a boy. That's what y'all label them as Pookies, but in etymology, Pookie and Bookie means lame. They always get their head blown away. Now, y'all need to see First Time Fella. I'm gonna tell you this. The Pookies in movies, stereotypes, and all that. I've heard that word prior to the movies. I had a cousin that was nicknamed that, and that's a boomer word, by the way. And my mom should never gave my cousin Montez the nickname Pookie. But rest in peace to him. You know, he left this earth with what, 5 children. He had 2 boys, and I met his daughters when they were young. And I was 15 at the time, and he was what, 26. He died in his 40s. He made it to 40. Most people didn't make us. We were gonna make it to 40, but he did. He was about, I think he was about to be 42 or one of them years. He died the year he died the year when Nipsey died. He died before Nip. So he always said about the gang life, you know, the drug dealing, said it caught up with him and all that stuff. He was the one that said, stay away from that shit. That shit will drain you. And it did. I watched certain people we went to school with, they gone now. And you know, after the pandemic, you already know the rest is history. But hear niggas like that claiming they're this and that, you niggas is lame. You can call this guy Pookie, you lame, because anybody can call y'all that. I don't even like the name itself, like the term Pookie Bookie and all that stuff, how niggas be naming they kids and nicknames. It's just so ignorant. But y'all need to see. Now, we already know New Jack City. That's a good movie, but it's overrated in my opinion because First Time Felon, I think Omar Epps and I think Tretch played this movie. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. You go find it on YouTube. Watch the long version. Watch it in the beginning. What happens to Pookie? They get locked up and stuff. He wasn't built for that, right? Watch it all the way through. Yeah, he went to boot camp and everything, right? I ain't gonna spoil it to you. And they talk about some vice lords, right? They had a no snitching policy in Chicago, right? Okay. I ain't gonna spoil it for you if y'all haven't watched it. There's a man, an enforcer or high ranking leader, want to see Pookie. I ain't gonna tell you what's gonna happen to at the end and how it lead up to that. But the guy ended up changing his life and lead the gang, and I thought that was real cool. But them Pookies get their head knocked off. I'll say that, but you'll see how he got his head knocked off, and you'll know them types don't live long. Yeah, you can be a drug dealer, Carmen Lane. Yeah, they get ass, but not all the time. No, they get up getting their head blown out because they're simps. They're all simps. If you think about it, most of them are. And I hate to say that about them, but it's really deep that these dudes misuse the word simp. Simps can be these lame dudes out the street too, and you too. I'm not saying that, but a simp is a beggar. He's basically a guy who wants the action. And like I said, do they be tricking? Absolutely, it's the same thing. The only difference is tricking is how you use it. Yeah, you can be a player to trick, but I ain't saying you're a trick, but a true trick are simps. They want to control shit. They want to be gatekeepers and shit. Because a lot of gatekeepers are simps in the Masonic order and all that other stuff. But if you look at real life street stars, they got a lot of simps they interviewed. They're no different than Vlad and all of them. Like, why is it they got weirdos? See, they're trying to compete with Vlad. I saw right through that. I said, all right, this is entertainment at this point. That's why they got Charleston White's goofy ass on there. He's out of there. The feds will get rid of him if he makes a mistake and someone's going to off him. It's going to happen. You can't trust the government. You can't trust the government for shit. And that Brian, what's his name? Aaron Plummer, he's hot right now on their shit right now too. He done made it to their screen. That's okay. This guy went viral. Now he trying to he milking it. They gonna use his ass like a fiddle too. But these dudes got to understand, like, shouts to Ice Turner once again exposing these guys. He's no different. I'll tell you who he follow. He follow guys like Fresh and Fit and them boys on these podcasts. He want to be them. He want to be like real life street stars. If I was on this platform right now and told him, you trying to be them, I say, if you want to be a nerd, you want to be a standard black person that deals with intellect, and I told him, I said this 4 years ago, you're trying to be like Marquise Brownlee. That's the standard of black YouTube. If you talk about intellectuals and stuff like that, you talk about tech and all that, he's the guy. Yeah, he's got his podcast with a white dude, but it don't matter. He's the standard that white folks like. And I noticed this on this platform. That's who they're pushing. I saw this years ago. He was gonna be something. Yeah, he was some type of frisbee athlete or whatever, but he the standard of what they want. I've yet to see more black people. It's a handful, but they are on the low millions. He's got high millions. He's above it, head and shoulders above everybody else. This is crazy. And our people ain't just got used to it. Now I ain't saying so-called black or whatever. You know, our people are the same color hue or all that. He the standard. I don't know if he's got his own business and all that, but it's very interesting how we look at these guys. But the prophet don't understand you're never that talented. You just talk about ridiculous relationship topics, and relationship topics do not sell content. I'm sorry. It's for entertainment purposes, yeah. But do it get a lot of views on YouTube? No, it gets like the 200,000s, 400,000 or less than that, unless y'all have some combative argument with these females. See, females or what you call, so-called women, which they look like women, but they act like females. They act like dogs, and say, "Oh, it's the same thing." So, it's not the same thing. There's a big difference. I mean, they're similar, but they're not the same thing. Those females, you know what they do? They always talk shit, claim they're this and this, but why you have to get online and embarrass yourself? See, I don't like to hold them accountable. It's not worth it because they're not gonna listen no way. All they do is bark for attention, want some pleasure, and that's it. That's all they want. And if you look at X and Instagram, it's the same concept. That's why I say, fellas, stop DMing these dogs, man. These dogs will bite and they'll try to destroy you psychologically. See, what you do is stay away from pretty things. It's okay to have pretty things, but do not have them as a relationship standard. Be balanced, man. Like these things is about to be extinct. And same with these dudes. Like, ladies, if you see a guy that's incredibly handsome, you don't want to deal with that. He'd be like the old boy over there. He'd be crazy. He said, I think he's trying to be the hybrid of those two lanes. He can. He's not talented enough, Khalil. He's too stupid. I try to tell him, you're one dimensional, bro. You're a relationship guru. That's how most of his followers look at you, as that. They don't look at you as anything else. He tried to go back to his normal self. Once you start playing that lane online, and I studied this YouTube shit for years. I've been on this since '07 when I lost my main channel, and then I built this second channel and I explained to dudes. If you choose the entertainment style, stay with it. If not, you're done. This site doesn't care about all that. They just want to use you and abuse you. And then if you go somewhere other platform be successful, you'll get that bag. And I promise you that does happen. Now, if you're doing it for good for you, but I'm just saying if you want to get bigger, you gotta go all out, be their representative, and that's how they get the hooks on people. I've been doing this for a long time, and I never said this to him on his platform, but I'm saying it right here. Why the hell would you want to be two hybrids? And Khalil's absolutely right about that. He'll never be that. He'll never be that. They look at his content, it's bullshit. If I'm on there, they ask, and they said, "Sir, why you was on there?" Don't worry about it. I was trolling the nigga. I was studying the nigga. I was getting information, what he's about, and I got a lot. And even offline by others to what they thought about him. It's little stuff about him, but I left it alone. I just let Ice and them other guys have it. I mean, he's light work for me. I don't even like arguing with dudes like that. Not with him. No, in person he wouldn't even get that off. He only can say that online, but he'll never say that in person. Like I said, he's not a tough guy. We already know he's a pussy about that. That's proven. But your boy, Mr. Fenty Boy, fantastic, expose him, but he's no different either. He got his ass whooped by a amateur guy that got some little bit of hand speed and all that. No disrespect to the fella. I mean, salute you for whooping that ass. And he's just up out of there. But you got a lot of dudes like him complain about females 95% of their content. Their content is not natural. It'd be on bullshit half of the time. And so you got to be careful what you rely on. He the type of guy you stay away from. He the type of guy that you don't want to be around on. So basically, what I'm saying is he's not worth the bottom of people's shoe to spit on. You know what I mean? Always remember who he is. Always remember that. Always remember that. And he knows that it's over. He the type of guy that you like, okay, this guy is crazy. What gives? And it's just bottom line stuff. I'm not dissing him for that fact. It's just he be saying some off the wall shit and try to sound credible. But you notice he don't say too much about me no more, and that's a good thing, And I think I done hurt that nigga's feelings. That's what it is. I ain't gonna be on the show. Yeah, I sky watch you, nigga. Yeah, I watch you struggling, losing your mind, and talking about the same old shit like you did 4 years ago, bro. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. And try to say, "Oh, our shit's boring." Like most people say my shit's boring. Okay, fine. If my shit's boring, why you here? Y'all can't hold a conversation in 5 or 6 hours. He was on my 8 and 9 hour live streams I had him on. We talked about gear and other things. That's cool, but other than that, he just want to talk about ass all day. That's top mindset. That man can't have you an intellect conversation. I expose him on here. Ice, you can watch those videos yourself, those streams yourself about his ass with the same old icon with the female on it. I thought it looked like a creature on the side, way it looked, the way it's shaped, with the red crown and the crest. But you look at it close enough, it's a female with the wine glass. Claim he's that. But if you look it from the side, away from it, symbolism wise, it looked like a creature. I thought that was funny. And he said, "Sir, why you have avatars all the time?" I got all types. I got, I can put my face on there. You can see me. It don't really matter. You can see it on vlog stream, see how I talk, and that's it. But the reason I stopped doing panels and shit on my end and their end, it's just, what's the point? Niggas gonna be in repetitive mode all the time. Sometimes you don't need it. Like, I think panels are just there to have conversation, but the way it's structured on this platform, I don't trust it. Because you got some weirdos want to regulate your shit. Don't ever regulate my shit, bro. My shit's already regulated. I regulate a few things by doing that. Once I had spouts with these guys, that's what they try to do. Then they try to channel hop and try to act all weird and all this other stuff. That's the internet for you. See, X, formerly known as Twitter, got that concept. But these new people, they don't. And they just want to get on here and just talk shit and expect you to take it and pay for it. But that's the purpose of what's going on. That's how you look at that. But yeah, 53 minutes in, it's just what it is. But I understand that people like what they like. And they're gonna be really about their stuff and they just like, okay, this guy's really real what he's doing. And you look at the stuff and you just be like, oh man, this guy's incredible. Always remember that. Always remember that. And that's just the stuff that you see. But these spaces have not changed a bit. I mean, I've been watching this reaction channel. He calls himself Men Against Bitter Women, right? His channel's okay. He talks about different days, but he talks about Kendra G a lot. Yeah, you have a lot of, he called these females bops. Well, you dudes love these, what he called, let's use that. They are bops, but what is a male version of that? I call them slops, to be honest with you, both of them, both genders, because the male claimed to be a man. A real man ain't don't have to say he a man. He shows it through his actions. A lot of dudes got that parenting issues, family issues. That's why they think the way they do. If you hear them talk, that's bad business. Like, they're the worst at that. I don't know who taught y'all that. Y'all are bad about that. I'm just gonna keep 1,000 with y'all. Y'all terrible. And the only thing that's bad about y'all is y'all stuck in y'all's little ways, or you just like change all the time. But Ice Turner said something good. He said something about, oh boy, it's just crazy. Let's say what Khalil said. He said, yeah, he's not that talented and smart enough to diversify the two. Exactly. Khalil, I told him that 4 years ago. I told this nigga that 4 years ago, start his own podcast, and that was my idea for him. And I said, dude, you got all this knowledge, like the game and stuff. I would listen to it. If I'm a semi nerd, in case y'all know, I'm a semi nerd. I'm not a nerd like that. I've been in the streets too, but I ain't no extremely street niggas. Now, did I hung with street niggas in school when I played basketball? Absolutely. I got some height on me and all that. I ain't no punk either. I got hands, all that. But I don't brag about saying I got hands. I know I got hands. Last time I got in a scuffle with somebody, I was back in 20, I'll say 2008, or what we say 2008. That's years ago. I had a lot of hair on my head at that time. I was a young man, young man. I was a boy then. I was 20 at that time. Now you look at me in my 30s. I don't have that burst like I used to, but I still got it, you know. And that's the thing about dudes like this. I don't take him serious, especially in a foreign country. Nah, ain't nobody studying you in Thailand, bro. You nobody. He said that man was begging for rice. He was starving. But you got dudes like that, bro. It's crazy. Taylor Swift solo shows love to Cali. Man, who cares about that dirty thing? Yeah, you got a lot of these models on here. X's have a lot of crazy. They said Elon said he sold it to an AI company. I don't know how true that is. That shit wild. That shit wild to me. And then they try to say Trump is the best thing ever. No, he's not. Trump is collapsing this country and it's over. Ain't nobody studying Trump. I say he's hurting all people. No, he's hurting them white people, so called white people. He's hurting them. And Sergeant Willie P broke that down. Y'all need to watch that. And no one wants to talk about the AI talk. That's a hard conversation to have. A lot of people get caught up into the circus shit. But I understand. I understand that people don't like the platforming and whatever. So in the afternoon, like, when I do this like every other Wednesday, it's a beautiful thing. I just look at it for what it is. Oh my God. Whew. Need to wake up. I'm chilling. It just goes to show you that what time it is special. But when you have guys like him, it's just like I try to be cordial and be peaceful. But when you have guys like that, you just look at him like, all right, this guy's a clown, all right. But I never took him serious for you, ever. I mean, I had my moments on there, had fun on his platform, just to see. And then when I start doing it, it's out of respect and all that. Now, him and what y'all would say, Sexy Red, I want to address that with him. Ice Turner, what he said about Ice Turner. Did you know her name on that platform? She was known as Renaissance Woman. So y'all ain't getting the whole truth. I've been watching his platform for years, 4 years ago, and I can tell you about her. She was a nobody in the chat room. She was known as Renaissance uh woman, or whatever you want to call it. That's what she was called. That's who she was. She before she called herself Sexy Red, which is crazy to me. She's okay. Nothing wrong with Sexy Red TV. She's dope. I thought she was cool. I never had no issue with it. I think she's cool. She's been on my shit a couple of times. But I remember her as a Renaissance chick. I'll say that. Yeah, it's Renaissance. Excuse me. I didn't say woman, but chick. But it shows you who she was. And when she first talked, she had no picture. Now a lot of people say, "Oh, she came from Bernard Riley." No, she come from Cuda. She didn't come from no Bernard Riley. Now y'all must have seen it, but no, she was in the chat room talking. And you dudes didn't care nothing about her then. And as soon as she got on that panel, it changed the game. And then now she's got a platform and she's doing what she's supposed to do. But yeah, he tried to holler at that. I ain't gonna lie, and I warned him what she was, and she showed me who she was on platinum shit. And I didn't defend her BS. Um, I knew then. It's no hate to her. No hate to her. It's just I knew, and I knew, and I acted accordingly. So yeah, this dude be wanting attention. Like I don't care about these females like that, and I don't. And I was gonna bust some heads. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about these clowns like that. And it just goes to show you that what we leading to, and it's just crazy. It's a minute. I'll talk to y'all a couple more minutes before I dip. This thing is getting on my nerves. Like, I'm on here. And then you just gotta see it for what it is. But you gotta make sure the thing is loose. And I'm just like, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. And that's the one thing that I don't like is when people lie about their history online. Like you gotta tell the truth. You are what you was back then, and I set the record straight. Because I've been on it long enough to know the internet is we don't forget who you was and what you did, and we just trying to spare y'all. I spare these people, bro. It's a whole lot I want to say, but I just don't want to deal with that. And it's not even a backlash thing. It's just I don't care for it. Like they ain't going to admit to it and all this other shit. That's why people don't like them and stuff. Like there's people that don't like your platform. It's just y'all. It's a you problem. See, y'all gotta understand these dudes are lame, bro. Like they talk the wholest shit about females, but don't want to do and don't want to fight the system. That's why these dudes is pussy. They're not manosphere material. They're in the system in the cog. You can't trust a dude like that. Long term. Short term, maybe. Long term, no. And it's just like crazy, man. You look at this stuff and you just like, okay, these dudes are wilding. And just like, it's crazy. Yeah, this dude reminds me of the prophet on the game. And I'm playing Outriders. That's what you see the symbolism for that game. It deals with four classes. It's like a military space game talking about apocalyptic stuff and all this stuff. It's just crazy. It goes to show you that the world is a little different than nowadays. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. So it's crazy. And then he's not diversified his talents. He's out here beyond bullshit. So, that's all I got. I mean, I want to address that situation I saw over there and, saw some things. And it's crazy in the sports world. Nobody's talking really about nothing. And the Memphis coach, yeah, he got fired from the Grizzlies. Ja Morant's done. Then he tried to use a gun gesture. I said, see, that's the shit, the fake shit I'm talking about. That dude needs to sit down. Ja Morant. Ain't nobody studying him. Now the Lakers, yeah, they're impressive. They're done as a team. Like they lack interior size, but they have a decent season, and they got exposed. It's gonna be very interesting what they're gonna do in the playoffs. I ain't saying they done as a roster, but that lineup they got is done. I don't see them going through. I don't see them thriving. But I tell you who's gonna come out of the East is Boston, and then I said the West. I got Denver, and I don't have OKC. I don't trust them. If they do something, I might change my mind and do a stream about it. Like, yeah, they may do it. We gotta see though in the playoffs. I can't count. Well, I can't count on Golden State. It's Denver and Golden State right now. If they want to go further, a lot of people think the Lakers now. I know LeBron's got experience. I know Doncic's got experience. I just don't believe in LeBron. Now that Pat McAfee interview, I want to address that. That was a setup from Rich Paul. I'm say right now, that's a setup for Rich Paul. And Rich Paul, and shouts out to Basketball Facts Reloaded. I saw him on Rumble talking about that situation. Him, Too Raw, and Ticket. Man, they've been going at old boy. That interview exposed LeBron, but also gave him uh, a little notoriety. And that's how I look at it. But yeah, old boy be talking about the same old relationship shit for years, man. Yeah, they in the hunt. Yeah, yes. And Draymond said we are going to win a championship this year. Now his shit is coming true. As long as they got playoff Jimmy, they good. Lastly, it's a real thing. If they win and they do well, man, all he had to do is shut down the Lakers shooting. The size they got that against them. They can use that white boy named Post out of Boston College, and then there's another big man like Looney. Golden State's a smart team. They know how to handle the Lakers. Where they gonna have problems at? I'll tell you this: it's probably Minnesota and Denver. But here's the thing: Jimmy played guys against Ant all the time. When the game slows down, that shit ain't gonna work. It felt like a playoff game. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets they went to double overtime. I said that earlier, and yeah, it is. See, you know how I can talk about subjects and subject matter and move around, and that's how I talk in real life. Like I talk like this all the time with people and family, and we talk about different things, talk about certain individuals, we cook them, and then I go right back to different subjects and all that, and I keep on the same pace. See, this guy can't talk like I can. What hurt him while I was on his platform, I had great cadence. Them females want to talk to me like it ain't nothing. When he had internet problems, I was there. That shit was cool. And me and Dre held the show one time. He deleted that stream, by the way. He got jealous. And I'll never forget it. 4 years ago, I got a different chair now. The other chair, I just put that in the garage. It just goes to show you like that. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, Degenerate Salute? Yeah. I don't trust him either, man. Like I don't trust. Yeah. My dad's a Lakers fan too. My father's a Lakers fan, and he said they're okay, but if Luka lose that weight, man, he'd be dangerous, man. I don't trust me. I don't even like the Lakers like that. I respect Kobe and everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a big Kobe guy. Like I said, why you don't like Kobe? He's my favorite villain player. Him, Larry Bird. I got my villains in the NBA. It was him, Bird. Um, I'm neutral on Isaiah. He was a villain, but he's not really a villain. I think he was just a character. But my villain players that I'm all right with, I give them respect, even the ones I don't care for. It's not a short. It's actually a long list too. I gotta name them, but I have to give them props. And the ones I do like that can be both. Yeah, it's a whole nother story, but it's okay. That's how I look at it. But yeah, Pat McAfee is just, he's a former athlete. I watch him all the time, and he breaks down his wrestling gig. And he used to be an athlete. He used to play for the Colts in football. That's why they like him. That's why he got all the football guests. He's balanced. He's getting in there. Yeah, even if on the D League now rotate, yeah, it could be. But I don't think it's gonna happen though. I don't buy into that. I think the Lakers is just terrible, man. They need size, man. What's gonna kill them? And JJ's not good of a coach. He's a good coach, but he ain't all that. No, they exposed him. Not gonna go there. See, I got Ticket TV and what's the name? Tour off of that. We watch the games and the refs just let them play, and the refs ain't gonna give them calls either. He's right about the when they play him. He don't get no calls. He don't. LeBron never gets no call. They want him up out of there. See, the refs want that money. The people want that money. They don't like the Lakers to win it this year, be a circus, then they lose a bump in the views. So All right, salute to APTV, world class, degenerates. Salute to everybody that come through. Khalil, Nomadic Wanderers. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all for coming through. And I talk about old boy for a minute. What I saw Ice Turner cooked your ass, bro. It's ball game, so it's called checkmate for you. Shit you said wasn't, he got you, bro. Yeah, he talked about you, but he talked to you about it in context. But when you put his name in the title, you should know, don't do no call outs. And he got one, but his shit did get regulated. I'm just gonna give you that. So with that, shalom to the people of Israel, to the Gentiles. Until next time, yes, not the next Wednesday, but I'll see you at the other Wednesday. All right.